Hello and welcome to the Tech Demo 4. Alrighty, so from the case study, Mrs. Jones is a 4th grade teacher with 25 students in her class, and you want to have the students research a project about population changes around the state. And as I can see, this is the standard you'll be using. And for this project, you do want the students to work in groups and to read the websites that you have given them about populations and demographics for areas around the states. And then I can see that those websites do include grade level text as well as visual elements. So those include tables, charts, graphs, just showing the demographics and population numbers in the state. I've also seen that you have done some pre-testing for the students' knowledge and skills, and you've seen that some students are struggling to know how to read any types of bar graphs, line graphs, or pie charts, and then that some other students are on grade level for some more background knowledge about why this population change happens. So the goals you have for this assignment is that you want to differentiate the research so that all the students have the skills needed to be successful, and then for those who are high level or high readiness students, you want them to have enough of a challenge or appropriate task for them to do, and then you also want them to work together in groups and as much as possible during class. You do face some challenges, which is that you want the students to finish this by the end of the week, and you can't give the low readiness students more time than any other one. You also don't have any classroom aides, so it's a little harder to get around to every single student and help everyone out. You've also used mixed readiness groups, but you know, it's not working that well based on their interests and their levels. And then I also see that some of these groups are not mutually exclusive, so some might be low readiness in one aspect but high readiness in the other. So the technology I've chosen is Google Classrooms. This is a very nice interactive technology that you can use, and it is linked with any Google account, which most of the time students will already be given that when they come into the school. So when you go to Google Classroom, it's just going to ask you the basic sign-ins, and then it'll bring you to this main page. Here you can see all your classrooms. For now I just have one, and then over here on the plus sign is where you can create any classroom. So now when you create the classroom, where you click on the classroom, it'll bring you to this page. Right here we have class code, so you can go ahead and give that out to your students to join, or again you could easily ask them to join if you have the students' emails. Right here on this side we can also see that it'll show the upcoming assignments or anything, and in the middle any announcements that you post or any assignments that you post will be recorded here, and the students will get updated on that. They'll get little notifications. When we go to classwork, we see that we have the different assignments here. When you hit create, this little drop down menu is going to pop up, and there are different types of work or classwork that you can create based on what you want, what project, what unit you are working on. And if you click on people here, it'll tell you the teachers. You can add a co-teacher. In this case you don't have one, or you don't have any aides, so it would just be you and then all the students. So now when we go to here, we can see that there's been some assignments posted. Again, classwork we're going to create, and it can be anything. You can create a certain assignment, quizzes, questions, add material, even reuse other posts maybe that you use for another class that might be fitting for this. Here we have the geography article. So it's just you can add a Google Doc if that is the article you have. Let's see, we're gonna go ahead and create an assignment for the title, which is an example. And you can type in any instructions that you want. We can also see down here that you can attach anything. So you can attach anything from your Google Drive. You can even add a YouTube video. So for those students who might be struggling with the pie charts or the line graphs or bar graphs, you can maybe add a little video that explains to them what it is and how they can read them based on like their readiness level. And then and you can do the same for the high readiness students. You can add these bar graphs or videos about bar graphs that maybe explains them more in detail and gives them more knowledge about it. You can also go ahead, since it is a Google based, you can create any documents, slides, sheets, drawings, or forms. Also, there's a chance to upload any work that you have, and you can just add links. For example, those articles that you have, you can go ahead and you have the link added on here. On this side, it'll give you a chance to choose what student. So this is where the grouping comes in. If you were to have more students in your class, which if you use this application you will, you can go ahead and just click or select the students that you want this to go to. So let's say this is for the low readiness students who you have a YouTube video about bar graphs, so you would just click on all those students. And then here we can do it graded or ungraded. You can add any point. When is this due? You can have no due date, or again, you can choose any time. And if it is, like, for example, if it is an assignment where they have to write something, you can add a rubric onto here. On the top right corner, it gives you options. You can assign it right away. You can schedule it. Maybe if this isn't going to be due for another week or two, you can schedule that. And then you can also save it as a draft. So if you're not done with it, if you just want to ponder over it, you can go ahead and do that. We're just gonna assign for now, and it'll appear right on here on the example. And also, if you go to stream, it'll say how you have created a new assignment, and it'll pop up for the students. So this is just a very easy and simple way. It doesn't necessarily create differentiation, but it does give you the opportunity to give the students all the different materials they need. And since I said before, it is a Google based, if some students want to do a PowerPoint, they can go ahead and turn in a PowerPoint or Google Slides. And then if some students want to write a report about it, a Google document could work. If students, maybe the high readiness level students, want to create their own bar graphs, they can go ahead and do that as well, and everything can just be linked to all their Google accounts. All right, thank you.